Hello. Quiet, aren't I? Let me turn my mic audio up a little bit. Alright, let's try this. Let's try this. Alright. That's still kind of quiet. Let's do like 15 decibels. Is that better? Let me see. Can I hear myself? Sounds alright on my monitor. I'm gonna check my stream output. Man, it's still kind of quiet. Hold up. Let's go 25 then. Alright, how about that? Sounds better. OBS thinks my mic is overloading every time I speak now, so. Oh, I am starting to. Let's jump that back down to 20. Alright, that should be a lot better. I think. Granted, I could always just turn up my. Headset. That could be what's making me sound quiet to me. I don't know. Well, sounds better now. Let's drop it back down to 15. Alright. I think that's probably going to be good for the most part. Wow. Picks up everything. Okay, gonna turn the monitor off for OBS. Perfect. Ooh. Well, I didn't really have any intentions of actually streaming tonight, but I was kind of bored because no one will play Phasmophobia with me. And I thought to myself, what can I do? Well, quite obviously, I could actually set up my freaking Switch for streaming and my settings and stuff. Just in case I ever actually stream anything important. Maybe when my friends come and hang out, might stream us playing Smash, I don't know. But I thought to myself it could be fun, so I'm doing it. And I'm gonna continue my hunt for Mew. I am 65 floors into the Buried Relic. And I'm just gonna keep trying it. Hold on, I'm gonna check Discord real quick. Because I want to see if this notified people. No, it did not. Oh well, it is what it is. Might see if course, I can set that up for me later. And if not, it is what it is, but I wanted to go live for the funsies. And we'll just play until I'm done with this floor. And let me go back to OBS and turn on my monitor for my Switch audio so that I don't have to have the TV on as well. And I can hear the game now. Not agility. Whatever will I do? Oh, right. One-shot him, because boy oh boy do you get overpowered in this game. So, you know, I don't know why I like Mystery Dungeon games so much. They're just incredibly fun for no real reason. Ugh, idiot Meowth, idiot. Thank you, Rayquaza. And the fact that you can switch between your partner Pokemon, like, immediately in the dungeon is crazy, because in the earlier versions of the game, you could not do that. You had to wait until you were out of the dungeon, and then you could switch to whatever Pokemon you wanted to be. But you could never control more than one Pokemon in the dungeon at a time. So it's wild to me that you can now. But I also didn't play a Mystery Dungeon game in between Explorers of Sky /Time /Darkness in this game. So they probably changed all that stuff in between there, and I just didn't notice it. So the thing about Mew, which is what I'm hunting now, because I already have all the Regis, which you get in this dungeon as well, is he only appears, he has like a really small chance of appearing, and he only appears on the floors that are multiples of 10, except for he also appears on floor 98. Oh, really? Another one of those? Come on, man. Really? Jeez. Harsh dungeon, bro. Harsh dungeon. Also, one thing that I don't really like about this game is that when your team gets too big, your sprint is just broken, because every Pokemon gets hung up on something, and so it stops you after a couple steps. It's really annoying, but that's the only thing that I don't really like about it. How's my stream? My stream quality does not look that good. Although my bit rate looks like it's fine. I've not dropped any frames, it's just really crappy. Oh, that's why. I'm watching it in 360p and not Source. Joy. Okay, well. Anywho. Floor 66 now. What are y'all fighting? Growlithe, come on, dude. I don't know if that hits. I don't know how wide Hyper Beam is, I forget. Oh wow, well done, Growlithe. Proud of you, little buddy. Now freaking get in between Rayquaza and the rest of my team. That's the only reason I have Rayquaza in my party. He has a good, what's it called? He has a good, flip, what's it called? I'm an idiot. A good... rare quality, that's what it is, but he's just there because he bodies Pokemon that I get to join me in the dungeon in between, like in a safe zone, so they can't get murdered as easily, because they'll just die, because they're stupid. you see what I mean about the sprint? Like, I didn't stop pressing left or B. He just stopped. Like there, I didn't stop anything. He just stops moving. Sir, it's disrespectful. Eat that. Nice sky uppercut. Completely useless, but well done, I suppose. Doom, doom. Also, the music in this game is just so good. For no, like, there's no reason that it's really good, but like, Pokemon always has just like banging songs, you know. Also, if anybody pops in on Twitch, I couldn't get this to choose any game other than Red Rescue Team. Couldn't get to choose like any game other than Red and Blue Rescue Team. This is based off of those games, but it is obviously different. I don't know why Twitch wouldn't let me do that, but you know, it is what it is. Can't switch with Rayquaza. Okay, well, tell Rayquaza to stop being a butt. I only have 2 freaking max elixirs left. Ugh. What? 69. Floor 69. Huh. That's the only thing I do hate about this, though. Like, they just do stuff on their own a lot. That was probably unable to be coded into previous, unable to be coded into previous Mystery Dungeon games, because it was just too difficult to do. But it's not too difficult to do now, and so the Pokemon just run off and do whatever they want. Pick up items I don't need, and fight battles we don't need to. That kind of thing. But alright, Mew floor. Can we get a Mew? Come to me, Mew. Come to me, little Mew. And as you can tell, well, at least I think you could tell, I started off with Feraligatr, Totodile technically, because he's my favorite starter Pokemon ever. Jeez. I didn't know this affected the whole party. Interesting. Gotta see if that... No, Golbat, I don't care. Pokemon also join your party much more frequently in this game than the other Rescue Team games. I don't know if that's on purpose or what, but... just to show off. You gotta be kidding me, man. Okay, well, we don't want that. So you're gonna stay in here until that wind comes blowing through. technically there's a whole meta behind trying to get Mew. Like, you have to come in with certain items and rare qualities, and that makes it 10 times easier, but I don't actually care that much about it. I'm willing to take my chances with the RNG. I will eat this so I don't step in any more traps on the freaking floor. Man, the one time I get to line up that move to hit 2 Pokemon at once, and it just doesn't work. I will drink this for Crunchus, but no, I'll let Blaziken drink it for Flame Burst. Blaziken was my partner Pokemon. I picked him for the type advantage. It's really the only reason. I don't actually care that much about Blaziken. But Totodile is my favorite starter ever. Nobody beats Totodile. Because he was my first starter. That's why I like him so much. And Pokemon Crystal, which I got in 2003. At least I think it was 2003. I was 5 or 6 years old, I think. And, yeah. Hitmonchan. Boo. Nobody wants Hitmonchan. Everybody wants Mew. So basically, once you get to like a multiple of 10 floor, 60, 70, whatever, you have to just wander around the map and hope that Mew spawns, because Mew has a chance to spawn every time a Pokemon spawns on the map. It's a relatively small chance. I don't know the exact number, but I think it's probably less than 10. Oh, I should have been paying attention there. I will annihilate you, and I won't even feel bad. Oh no, a Golbat. Honestly, at the level that I'm at in the game right now, even the legendaries aren't difficult to defeat. Because one of the first rare qualities I ever got was it was a rare quality. I think I have it on Feraligatr now. Let me check just to make sure. Oh my gosh. No, Golbat, go away. Pretty sure it's a rare quality that I have on Feraligatr. Yeah, Steamroll. Even moves that have no effect or are not very effective due to abilities to bad type matchups will be able to steamroll opponents and deal damage. So, oh, that's the wrong button. ZL, that is, oops, that is this one. So basically, if a move is not very effective or does no damage, it acts as if it's like a normal type attacking a normal type. So it's not super effective, but it's also not very effective. It's just effective, which is incredibly overpowered. And I got that like basically as soon as I could reroll rare qualities using the Rainbow Gummies or the DX Gummies. Basically, like the second I got the ability to reroll those, I got that one for Feraligatr. And it basically made it to where I had no troubles at all getting through the game. And then I over-leveled myself because I'm a tryhard and didn't want to be annoyed by the Groudon and Kyogre boss fights. So I think I finished the game at like level 60. I went to fight Rayquaza and I think I like 4-shotted him or something stupid like that. So. Oh, Sleeping Golbat. See, now the only problem though is we have to stick relatively close to the stairs, because when that wind comes, we only have a certain number of turns before we have to leave the floor. And it's not like a huge number of turns either. I think it's like 10 or 20. It's really not a lot, so you have to be very close. Like if we're more than 3 rooms over, I think 3 or 4 rooms over, we'll never be able to make it back and we'll be kicked out of the dungeon. So, you have to be careful where you wander. Oh, thanks, Blaziken. On the bright side, once we finish this dungeon, I will hopefully get a lot more rewards, because I think, unless it's just on first clear, because I cleared this dungeon last time I played it too, so. This is really boring to watch, I'm sure, and just listen to me jabber my face off, but I don't know. I enjoy doing this because, like, first of all, I just love Pokemon. It was the first game that I ever really played in any significant form, so it has a special place in my heart and always will. Oh my gosh, you've got to be kidding me. No! 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 Dang it, Mew. Dang it. Dang it, Mew, you suck. Son of a gun. Ugh. Ugh. That is heartbreaking in every way. Man. You've got to be kidding me. I find a Mew. And I couldn't recruit it. See, that's probably why the meta is to have a Pokemon with a rare quality that makes it easier to get Pokemon in your team. And I obviously didn't bring one of those. So, anyway, we're going to move on from this floor. And, try again on floor 80. And I'm not doing that because I don't care about a Volbeat. I think this Volbeat could be otherwise. I can't ever tell those two Pokemon apart. In all honesty, which is probably incredibly disturbing, but especially from the top down, man, they look the same. Plus, they were never my kind of Pokemon to play with anyway. I like electric-type Pokemon. My favorite Pokemon is Jolteon. Obviously, for Alligator, we'll get to increase his attack, because why not? Why not? Get it? I'm hilarious. Doesn't matter what anybody else says. Can't believe you would screech at my Growlithe like that, man. That's disrespectful. Probably should be more systematic in how I go about this, but eh. I always end up thinking that as I'm traveling through dungeons, like, what if I actually cased things out and did things properly? And then I'm always like, that sounds like so boring. Just wander around and find stuff. Wait, level up Ice Fang. We'll just move on. The fewer moves I have to use, the longer I can stay in the dungeon. Oh, we're in Graveler territory. This is the worst because he will just Earthquake my entire team. If if he gets into a room and I can't get to him quick enough. Oh, come on. Oh, that's no PP anyway. And he will just crunch the entire room with Earthquake, and there's just nothing you can do about it. Which makes like, oh, see, I gotta, die. Okay. Honestly, and like, when you go to, I can't remember what the name of the dungeon is, but whichever one Groudon is in, that's the worst, not because of Groudon, not because of any other Pokemon, but literally because of the Sand Slashes, because they know Earthquake. And they like to use it liberally. Where you going, Raticate? Oh. It's, I've been sneezing a lot, which is weird, because it's not allergy season, but... Alright, 5 more floors until floor 80. Oh. When your Rayquaza misses Hyper Beam. Whoopsies. Oh, joy. My favorite rooms. Yep, there was the Earthquake. At least he's hitting his teammates. Yeah, that move is overpowered. Oh, hey, what's up? Oh, no, they're using Magnitude. Oh, you're kidding. Freaking awakened because he killed another wild Pokemon? Ugh. Bullcrap tactics. Yeah, why not? Blaze can go. I like how Feraligatr made the movement, but Blaze got the drink. Yeah. Boom. Not my tiny apple. Oh no, whatever will I do without my tiny apple? I only have 5,700 of them. I actually have too many items, to be honest. Here, somebody have that. I don't want it. A grudge trap, really? Come on, man. Really? No, get out of here. You just had a grudge against me. I'm petty like that. Even against Pokemon. Thank you for using Sky Uppercut and not something important. I gotta give it to him though. The Monster House or the Monster Room music is freaking great. It's wonderful. You know what? I'm gonna drink that other freaking. No, I'm not. I'm not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. I still have 20 moves left. Just gotta be careful of that Awakened Traveler, because that sucker will be dangerous. Oh, I want that. Yeah, we'll just do Sky Uppercut so he has extra moves. If all else fails, I can always switch to another Pokemon. Well, hey! Hey! That's not cool. The heck? Alright, back to normal music. Here we go. Oh, heck yeah. Staircase at the first room. Screw off, Graveler, you hoe. Yo, mama don't love you. Way to waste a Hyper Beam, Rayquaza. Oh, Cherry Berry. Not burnt, so don't need that. It is what it is. Another one? Come on, game. That's at least 2, but I'm gonna back up. Oh boy, 5. Oh. Oh right, I still don't have Hydro Cannon. Smart lad I am. That'll make this a little bit more fun. Yo, what's up, Graveler? You wanna fight? What the heck is the rest of my team doing? Oh my gosh. I gotta have something that'll be good for this. Hold up. Nope. 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 I got nothing. Okay, well. I may have to let Meditite die or something. That was smart. Man, I love Rayquaza who's smart. Oh. Yeah. Okay. Okay. My only option really is to do this. There's a freaking Graveler here. Making me waste all my tiny reviver seeds, like the hoe he is. Yeah, Okay. Gonna run out of these. This is about the worst thing that could have happened. I think I'm gonna do this so I get 4 moves back. Gonna crunch. That's fine, honestly. yeah. Okay. Oh, I must have flinched. Okay. Crunch. Screw you. Roll out, you nerd. Get wrecked. Take that. Pick that up. God, there's so many freaking traps in this freaking floor. Okay, that's my Abra. What's up, buddy? Nicely done, Meditite. Oh, look, my team's here now. How fun. And another one of these. Good. It's always good news. I love it when good stuff happens. Like spawning in the stair room. Yeah. A Cyndaquil. Do I even have a Cyndaquil? I don't know. Don't remember. I guess we'll find out. I can always give you one. Lol. Tiny apple. Because I don't need it. Sama champ. I think it was in this. Nope, not this room. Look, a tiny apple. Must have been over here then, somewhere. I thought it was on the left side of the map, but apparently I was wrong. Let's see. Do I have a Cyndaquil? I do. Oh no, I do not. Oh, heck yeah. Sorry, we're trading somebody out for this Cyndaquil. Do I have any other Pokemon with defensive rhythm? Because if I do... You know what? We'll get rid of Meditite. Yeah. Hey. Also, another thing that I hate about Pokemon games now is they ask you a million times if you want to do something. Like, I wouldn't press the button if I didn't want to do it, you know? Alright. Give me Mew. Give me Mew. Give me Mew. Makuhita. Just crunch you. It must be during my bedtime. Except for it's only 11:30. Granted, I have been going to bed earlier than usual, so maybe it is about my bedtime. Let's get a Mew. Let's get a Mew. Give me a Mew. You're not a Mew. You're a Mawile. They both start with M. I can't make a pot off of that. It actually makes sense, which is a shame. I was trying, but none of them make sense. If I had any viewers, I'd ask. If anybody had a pun, that would make sense. But I don't have any viewers, so... Shame. Not that I blame them, but... Oh, we're at the perfect Feraligatr level. You know, if it wasn't for the fact that my crystal version corrupted, I would have a perfect level 100 Feraligatr on the first game I ever played. Also, on the first Pokemon game I ever played, I freaking poisoned Lugia and never caught him. Because I didn't know how that worked. I thought I'd be able to find him again, and I could not. So I lost out on Lugia, because I accidentally killed him. Isn't that a fun story to tell? I accidentally killed Lugia. I accidentally killed a giant bird thing with hand wings that controls the wind and the oceans. Ice Fang for variety. Can we achieve Muvation? Really? You gonna try and get petty with me now of all times? I tried to be nice by killing the dang thing up close, and it paid me back by earthquaking my team. It's just rude. Some circles might even call that disrespectful. Here goes another champ. Stop doing that. I like that item. Way to make me feel extraneous, Blaziken. What a guy. Oh no, I'm hungry. Honestly, I do have a relatively limited supply of apples, but I'm hoping I'll find some more, so... I'm very hungry now. But if I'm not currently dying, I'm not hungry enough. Okay, now I'm hungry enough. Got a big apple left, so we'll just go ahead and eat that, because that should do 100. And then let's go ahead and eat a regular apple, just because. That puts me back at 150, which is full belly, because I ate a perfect apple at the beginning of this. No, screw off you. It's really big. Nice. Thunder Punch. The heck is with this Sandshrew that does so little damage? Oh, there we go. See, that's the wind I was talking about. If you're still on the floor after like so many turns, I'm actually gonna look that up right now. See how many turns you have. 3 warning messages appear. Huh. I wonder if there's like lore, because the wiki calls it an unseen force. I wonder if there's like, and like the messages that it used to give would be like, something's stirring, something's approaching, it's getting closer, and then it's right nearby, it's gusting hard. I wonder if there's like a there's like some deep lore behind that I don't know, like that backs up why that's a thing. I don't actually know. Let's see. Apparently it varies per dungeon, the number of turns you can stay on a floor. It's probably pretty high on this floor, or on this dungeon, because these floors are pretty big. Sometimes they can take you a while to explore the whole thing. Please don't be another monster house. I hate... Oh, okay. Just run into two fighting type Pokemon right in front of each other. No, Makuhita, go away. I don't care. Hariyama's a crappy Pokemon and is only decent in Gen 3. When you're fighting, what's his face? Can't remember his stupid name. The fighting type Gen. But he's got a Makuhita, and that's the only time Makuhita's good. And then you can use a Hariyama briefly at another Gen, and it's decent, but... Hydro Cannon. Love that move. So good. Theoretically, if you line it up properly, you should be able to hit 10 Pokemon with Hydro Cannon at once. But boy, oh boy. I've never got any more than, I think I got 6 Pokemon in a row with it once, but that's the most I've ever had. Oh. An apple. I will swap this with something else. These, because nobody wants them. Don't even know why they're in my freaking inventory. Apparently that's a TM. Ah, stairs. Lovely. Wonder Guard. Okay. Are you serious right now? What the? Screw off, Machamp, you punk. You must do less damage when you've been wrapped. Or that Arbok just had really, really high defense. Wow. I am being trapped to death. This is kind of crazy. Yes, please, get me off this freaking floor. Get me off this freaking floor. A Max Ether. Oh, pick it up. Who wants it? I think Blaziken needs it more. Again, Feraligatr does the animation, Blaziken does the drinking. Weird, but allowable, I suppose. Maybe they share an intestinal tract. Got me. I would like to go on. Thank you for asking. Ooh, Thunder. That's a cool move, but I don't really have any Pokemon that need to learn it. Blaziken knows Thunder Punch. Blaziken doesn't need any more moves. He's pretty much got a perfect moveset as far as I'm concerned. Why? Stop it. No. Negative Ghost Rider. Okay. And now Rayquaza is almost out of moves. He's about to be dead weight soon. Watch the stairs be in that room that I'm ignoring in the middle left there. Probably will be. Oh no, it's right here. Sweet. Could have found this way earlier. Screw off, Machamp, you nerd. Ooh, a Porygon Z. Or is that 2? Porygon 2. I ought to remember those better, but I never used them. Casual apple eating. Just keep it a cash. Cashmere. Porygon 2. So many TMs in this dungeon. It's gonna be right in the middle, isn't it? Oh, nope. It's not. It's gonna be right there. Brilliance. Turn the volume down on that just to make sure that my voice is actually being heard over the music. Oh, there's so many items in here. Why? Probably because they're crappy items, in all honesty. Are you serious? You guys can't take out one Porygon 2? Swap with Iron Spikes. So nobody needs those still. What are you? Oh, another Porygon 2. Wow. You kidding me? That wasn't enough damage? Well, I didn't want you to use your attack, that's why I didn't use mine, idiot. Blaziken idiot. Jeez, that is a huge defense increase, because that move ought to be doing like 180 damage. Oh no, not the recovery scarf. Whatever will we do without the recovery scarf? Oh, there's another room here. Okay, it's not there. Another Porygon too. There's so many of those on this floor for some reason. I was about to say I've clearly missed a room somewhere, but I have not. I had not. Could you guys stop wasting your moves, please? There's no point in doing it. Okay, now you're not going to attack. The one time I want you to attack, you refuse to do it. Eat an ice fan for the culture. Alright, another chance at Mew. Let's get it. And we have one of the worst floor layouts ever. Yay me. It's not gonna save you from a fire type move. Silly fool. I don't even have a ground type in my party. Oh, it's here. Come to me, Mew. Show me yourself. Reveal yourself, you silly sausage. You silly little cat Pokemon that's not actually a cat, but you act like a cat. Because you're Mew, and you're mysterious, and there he is. Be mine. Come on, man. Come on. Mysterious Mew escapes twice in one run. Just publishing that Twitch clip real quick. Because it's annoying. There we go. I don't know if I should stay on this floor. I don't know if it spawns once, it won't spawn again. I don't quite know how that works, but I'm gonna stick around and we'll see what happens. So I get lucky and another one spawns. I get lucky and another one spawns. Oh great, Rayquaza's using Struggle now. Oh, I have a Max Ether to give him. Okay. Well, stop using Struggle, you silly boy. You can have Extreme Speed back. And I suppose we'll also give you... We'll give you Hyper Beam just because apparently it's the move with the most PP for him. Because I freaking buffed the crap out of that move for him. He's gonna freaking die, isn't he? Holy cow, you're kidding, right? Yeah? This legendary Rayquaza is about to lose a battle to a freaking Porygon 2. You gotta be kidding me. Did you finally kill it? No, you didn't. Oh my gosh. You stupid Rayquaza. dumbest Pokemon in existence. Oh boy. These idiots are gonna freaking try and fight this thing. I'm not upset. I'm not even angry. Just disappointed. He made sure he took care of that one. He was like, this one's not escaping from me. Die. I can't believe that's not one-shotting those guys. I've freaking completely massively buffed attack stat. Plus, I've upped the power of all these moves ridiculously. The fact that it's not killing them in one hit is astounding to me. I don't know what kind of frickin' stats Porygon 2 has, but jeez. Oh my gosh. You know that time you just survive a Hyper Beam and then randomly confuse your opponent in one turn? 'Cause I do, apparently. The move failed. Was it not there? Oh my gosh. This freaky idiot Abra teleported. I have to make sure it doesn't get murdered because I saw that Golem use Stealth Rock, which meant it was probably behind Abra. My RNG in this run has been so much worse than it was the last time I did this dungeon. Except for the fact that Mew actually spawned this time. Mew didn't spawn once my last run, but he spawned twice this run to make up for it. But the dungeon has been that much more difficult and annoying. Get out of the way, Cyndaquil, you idiot. Come here, you. No. No. You're an earthquake spammer. Get away from me. Frickin' turd. Oh boy. Oh, they're all asleep? What? Except, okay, they're not all asleep. No, Meowth. No, idiot. Okay, fine. Congratulations, I suppose. Never thought I'd see a Meowth defeat a Golem in one turn, much less. Oh yeah. No. Yeah, we'll do Blaziken, and honestly, we'll just get Flame Burst back up to 16 again. He doesn't need any extra moves, he just needs that one to reach. Honestly, I kind of like that the dungeon is harder, though, because it makes me work and think a little bit harder. Because this game is, like, disturbingly easy for me. And I know, yeah, obviously, the game is meant for children, but in reality, Game Freak and the Pokemon Company know that they're designing these games for people who've been fans for decades. So, the games are just as much for us as it is for... You're kidding. This has gotta be the worst RNG. The freaking stairs room is a monster house. Come here, you. Yeah. Okay, come on. Okay, you stupid munchlaxes. They're killing each other and getting freaking awakened. And if it's an Aerodactyl that does it, they get a Mega Evolution. I think Aerodactyls have Megas. That's a lot of stat boosts that I don't care to read or remember. I'm just here to spam water type moves and move on with my life. Roar? Really? You want to freaking roar at me? You know what? I'll eat it. Why not? Don't need it. Don't need the full benefits, but I will eat it. Oh, wow. Oh my gosh, are you kidding? It's like a freaking maze. I'll eat that. Yeah, the only other item is an apple. Don't really need that. Let's move on. Oh, back to calm music again. I guess I'll go ahead and get this, even though I don't really need it. Shoot, who am I to deny a tiny apple? They love me. Ah, thank you. See, those are the worst rooms for a golem to end up in, because they will just crunch you and there's nothing you can do about it. Okay, you. See? Like, it's not super bad in this. Oh, screw off, Golem. Don't want you. I don't want you, I don't like you. I will swap this box out for something, I don't know what. Slender Wand. Nobody needs those. What are you fighting? Knots. I hate you, stop using magnitude, you ho. Dark Pulse, interesting. It's too full to pick up, so we'll just eat it. Cause I'm that guy. Alright, one more floor. Oh wow, what luck. Would you look at that? Would you just look at it? Would you just look at it? Alright, so this is another Mew floor. Why not? Usually I save these, but I'll eat it on this one. I've never eaten one before. I have like 3 in storage. Oh, Thunderfang, you say? And I flinched. Ice Fang. Of course it has pressure. Wow, that did a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage. Jeez. 362 on the critical hit. Dang, son. Can you stop? You are the worst. There he is again. It's 3rd time's the charm? Huh? Nope. Nope. Third time is not the charm. Come on, Twitch, load that. Okay, well that was Cracker Jacks. Hold up, we'll get there in a second. Third time is not the charm. And titled, published. You post the link and we'll freaking explore the rest of this floor and be very upset the whole time. Ah, abnegate delightful bibimbap pupper. Interesting. Well, I might as well stay on this floor for a while because it is the last one. I'll probably stay until I run out of moves. Blaze can do it. I can't do it, so it's your job now. Now eat another one of these, why not? Yeah, I see all your traps. Oh boy, so many traps. You, die. I don't like you. Ugh. No. No, you cannot. I already have one of you. Oh, Sleeping Golem. I will take advantage of you. And by take advantage, I mean I'll murder you doing 794 damage in one turn. Bye now. Just remember that nobody loves you, Golem. Nobody. I will eat this. I still don't want that. Ah, joy. Hey, guess what? You suck. Kind of wish there was a music, there was like a specific song that it played for when you have the awakened status. I think that'd be pretty cool. I wonder if it does it for Mega Evolution. I might give it to Rayquaza next time. Just to see, because I know Rayquaza has a Mega Evolution. I think. I didn't actually play those games. Because at that point in my life, I was fed up with Pokemon and stupidity. I mean, we had Pokemon like freaking Litwick, and I was just like, what a freaking dumb name. And I got upset, so I didn't play them. I also never bought a Nintendo 3DS because, man, that was a stupid system. Never have I seen such stupidity in the system, but it's Nintendo, what do you expect? And then the Switch came out, and I bought the Switch. And I actually bought the Switch to play Smash Bros. Ultimate, because I wasn't in the business of caring about Pokemon at the time until I had it already, and then I had the Switch already, and then I just went ahead and bought Pokemon anyway, since it was there. And the Dynamax thing looked actually pretty intriguing to me. I'm gonna throw this stupid thing so it gets out of my way. Come here, you. What's the button for ground on this? That was kind of cool, though. I've never used it. That was the first wand I've ever used. And I did it purely by accident. I also haven't seen a Pokemon spawn in about 5 minutes now. Oh, there's a freaking lovely golem. I mean, if Blaziken wants to keep taking care of all our problems for us, I'm not going to complain too much. Like, Toe can complain, because I kind of want to do it myself, but, like, not too much, you know? Oh, another Aerodactyl. I hate fighting these just because they do double the PP. Because pressure sucks. Okay. Blaziken, it's your turn. What do you know? He has pressure. Uh-huh. Oh no, not rock throw. Whatever shall I do? Probably don't have much longer on this floor. I'm thinking maybe like 1 or 2 more laps around before it denies me the ability to stay here any longer. Okay. Gonna let them deal with that, and I will just freaking revive them when they die. You're kidding, dude. Stop missing, idiot. It's a freaking Aerodactyl. It's a rock bird. You can't miss that much. There's no way. Alright, maybe one more lap before it's like, no, leave before they get angry. No. Yay, Rayquaza is using Struggle again. And one more Max Ether for you, pal. Let's go into Hyper Beam. So, you're just gonna have to learn to deal with it, I suppose. If you'd stop missing so much, you wouldn't use as many moves as you have been. Wow, it's letting us stay on this floor forever. This is a long time. Shut up, Aerodactyl, you hoe. What time is it? No, shoot, it's after midnight now. Definitely gonna end this as soon as I finish this dungeon. This was just supposed to be a test stream. I didn't think it was going to take me this long to do 30 floors. Then again, I was searching for Mew, so I can't be that surprised. So. Ah, there it is. Okay. Well, that's actually going to be the end of it. Forced me out right at the perfect time. And here's a bunch of items that I can't fit in my toolbox. That's actually kind of cool, and I don't think I have one of them, so... I don't really need those. I can get rid of that. Oh! Yes, I want that. I do want this. I don't need any of these TMs. Freaking get out of the way, Rayquaza. Idiot. Don't need a Raspberry. Anything, I don't need Reflect. I don't need Bulldoze. I can just eat that. I don't need these plain seeds. Just go ahead and take care of some of these items. Throw. Just for the banter. Throw. Swap that with a, I don't know. Okay, we can't swap that, so let's go in here. We need to keep that because I want that. But we can eat these because they permanently raise our HP, and that's fine. 214, 211, 217. Let's just do both of them for Alligator, because why not? We'll do this one on Blaziken. Okay. And yep, that'll be that. Now we're out. Successfully made it through the buried relic. Rainbow Gummy, Gold Dojo Ticket. Don't use Dojo anymore. Rainbow Gummy, DX Gummy, heck yeah. Don't really use them anymore, but Silver Dojo Ticket and another DX Gummy. Alright, bet. Yes, the answer is yes. Just gotta spam A through all this now. It's just, it defaults to yes, so I can just spam through it. Yep. Dares me, Cyndaquil. Alright. Next morning, I'm gonna go toss all my stuff away. No, morning, but only by time. Time's so early in the morning that everyone is still in bed. Oh, this is new. Hold on, what's this? Whoa. What's going on here? What the heck? Is this like a Mewtwo event or something? Oh, Latios and Latios. Oh, heck yeah, buddy. Love me some Latios and Latios. That one was Latios. Latios is the red one. Oh, I've been getting messages on Discord, lol. Wow. That's sick. I can't wait to get Latios and Latios. Yeah, what you want, Blaziken? Wake up, come on, wake up. What if I don't wanna? Okay. Well, I hadn't planned for this to happen when I started this, but I do not deserve this. I am outraged. What's up? Up? How could it be up, I ask you? Okay, Kecleon is upset, which is bold for a guy who goes out into dungeons and scams adventurers, so, you know, I don't really care. My beautiful shop, my fine wares were stolen from me. Many TMs are simply gone, spirited away. Hey, Miyazaki wants to have words with you. Can't just steal a man's movie like that. Dark clouds fill my heart. Well, if you hadn't stolen from dungeons, you'd be fine. Huh. My bank wasn't hit, but these are frightening times. Is the storage okay? Storage is fine. I'd be really ticked if all my items disappeared out of storage. I have a ton of crap in there. Yo, big up Kangaskhan, by the way. She's like the best. That's exactly what she's insinuating, Kecleon. Tell me, Kecleon, you saw this thief. Hmm? No, not very clearly I didn't. When I saw them, they had already taken off. Taken off? You mean they flew away? Yes. Even though that's just an expression saying to leave quickly, but they flew off in yonder direction. That is not, as a southerner, that is not how you use the word yonder. That is not how you use that word. Me and Game Freak need to have a talk about their translations, okay? At tremendous speed, too, yes. It's impossible to determine what the thief is, so we'll need to investigate this matter properly. Yes, I beg for justice. My business faces ruination. No, it doesn't. Yeah, I'm down to look into this. Yeah, we're chasing the burglar. Good. The Northern Range is now open for investigation. Okay, cool. Oh, and that took an entire day, apparently, so. It's probably just a save, but you know what I mean. Alright, I get it, for Alligator. You want us to go after it. Here comes Pelipper. Heck yeah, Pelipper. Pelipper's my boy. Me and him are good pals. Let's check the mail. Howling Forest. I'll accept it. It's an A-rank difficulty. As you can see, I accept only difficult jobs. I need to clear out, like, Sky Tower, those quests, because I don't want to do anything under rank B, because it's just not worth it in terms of points that I get. It's just not worth to do anything under rank B. Really, I'm at, like, the level where I only need to do rank AS and above, but because I'm a rescue team rank ultra, which is above gold, so I'm like better than Alakazam in them. But alright, let's go this way. We're gonna check for some more jobs. We'll take that. Alright, and then into town. I'm gonna deposit some money, because I just have too much of it on me. We'll go 10k. I don't really want a tiny reviver seed, but I'll take it, because I have about 12 gajillion of them. See, look. Store. Let's just... Okay, we need to keep one of those out. Wow, I've never had this much trouble putting stuff in. Okay. Take out, so let's go ahead and get my typical stuff set up. As you can see, I have a crap ton of stuff. So we take a perfect apple, a big apple, 4 max elixirs, which looks like I'm gonna need to... Oh no, I have plenty of those. 141 of those. I've sold my max ethers off like 6 times. I have 4 of those, so I don't need any of them. I think I need to add an orange berry, just 1. Then I was trying to keep all the plain seeds so I could see how many Reviver and Tiny Reviver seeds I've eaten, but that quickly fell away when it turns out that I didn't have enough room to carry everything. So I have 11 of these. I've only found 1 of these, which is crazy to me, but... Wow, I have a lot of proteins and calciums. Holy frick. Oh, I remember where I got those. I used to do quests online so I could get a lot of PP up drinks, because you'd eat those to make decent Mirror's powered. So a ton of orbs, a bunch of wands that I just haven't sold yet. 9 invitations, you take 1 of those, just in case, because the last few times I didn't take an invitation, I found a secret house. So, and then I'm trying to get 1 of every TM for the funsies. Oh, Munchlax. What do you want? Ugh. Yeah, you can have a freaking apple. Yeah, you're welcome. A Munch Belt. I think I already had one of those, didn't I? I don't know. Munch Belt. Oh, yeah, I think I do have one of those. Anyway. Take out another apple to account for that. Take out this deluxe ribbon so we can sell it. I'm running low on my apple storage, which is dangerous. Check the Kecleon shop. Sell. I'm willing to part with my deluxe ribbon. What? I took an apple out of storage. What happened to it? Whatever. Oh, cool. And an invitation. Yes, please. Take 1 of those. I'll take another 1 of those. Yeah, that's good. It's good by me. Yep. I thought all your items got stolen from you. Where'd you get all these? Oh, wait, no, I don't want that. I already have 1 of those. I have all of this, okay. Nope. Go away. You scammer. You scam artist. Okay, don't need that. Don't need that. I don't actually need that. This was OP to use against Groudon, by the way. This all dodge orb. Man, was it good. I'm so glad I had that. Because I took a team at 8, and he was very close to killing all of us. Okay, yeah, I got everything I need, I think. Okay, well, I'm gonna go save, which I think I can just do from the menu. It used to be, I always forget that you don't have to do this anymore. It used to be you had to walk up here to save. But you don't have to do that anymore. So, I'm gonna save, and go to main menu, and I will catch you guys later. Peace.